Alright, so welcome to part 2 of me trying to talk about music objectively. In the last video, I went through every year in the 2010s to see if I could figure out what the best year for music was. Most of you enjoyed the video, but there were two big suggestions that I saw in the comments. 1, use Rate Your Music instead of Metacritic, and 2, do a version that only includes hip-hop albums. These suggestions are helpful, but they're gonna change up the format a little bit, and here's how. So Rate Your Music is a really cool website that is all about user-generated reviews and ratings instead of critics. This way, instead of talking about albums that got reviewed by 15 major publications, we'll be talking about projects that got reviewed by 15,000 music lovers. People complained about a lot of the albums in the last video being out of touch with what people actually listen to, that the music was a little snobby, I guess, and this video should be mostly albums that you're very familiar with. And boy is there a lot of death grips. With that being said, the rating system within these lists will be a little bit different. Rate Your Music does a 5-point scale instead of a 10, and within every list you're probably gonna see some albums ranked higher, even though the average score might be a little bit less. This is due to them doing some weighting based on popularity. More active users on the site have more of a say than somebody that logged on once and left one review, and a few other things. And because we're going to be narrowing our conversation on one specific genre instead of talking about all music, I think a top 5 list makes more sense than a top 10 list. I think it's pretty rare that you'll find 10 truly great rap albums all from the same year. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's uncommon. So now I'll be listing off the top 5 hip-hop albums from Rate Your Music from every year in the 2010s, and you can comment down below with what you think the best year was. At 5, we have No from Cunnilinguist with his debut solo album, Death is Silent. Its average rating on Rate Your Music is 3.55. At 4, there's Big Crit with Crit Was Here. That project was his first big introduction to the spotlight, and its rating is 3.66. At 3, we have another debut solo album from a rapper that's better known for his rap group, and that's Big Boy. Sir Luscious Left Foot has a rating of 3.58. At 2, The Roots, How I Got Over, definitely one of my favorite projects from them, with a rating of 3.66. And at number 1, it's the big one, the obvious one, Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, with a rating of 4.05. 2010's combined average score is 3.70. To start off 2011, at number 5, we have Cunnilinguist with Onirology, rating of 3.66. At number 5, we have The Roots, Undone, another favorite of mine, with a score of 3.69. At 3, there's Shabazz Palaces, Black Up, with a rating of 3.68. At number 2, we have many people's introduction to Kendrick Lamar, with his great project Section 80, score of 3.62. And at number 1, one of my favorite albums ever, Danny Brown, XXX, RYM rating of 3.80. 2011's combined average score is 3.69. In 2012, at number 5, we have the expert lyricism of Killer Mike on rap music with a score of 3.66. At number 4, there's Death Grips with No Love Deep Web, score of 3.62. At 3, we've got Travis Miller, aka Lil Ugly Mane, Mr. Thug Isolation, rating of 3.83. At number 2, again, Death Grips, this time with The Money Store, average rating of 3.94. And at number 1, no surprises here, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, RYM score of 4.15, and 2012's average score is 3.84. In 2013, we start out with Death Grips at number 5 for their album Government Plates, average rating of 3.36. At number 4, we've got Earl Sweatshirt with his album Doris, score of 3.45. And at number 3, we have more Lil Ugly Mane, 3-sided tape volume 1, rating of 3.63. At 2, there's Run the Jewels with the fantastic Run the Jewels 1, average score of 3.57. And at number 1, honestly a little surprised that this wasn't more divisive for people, Kanye West, Yeezus 3.59, and 2013's average score is 3.52. In 2014, at number 5, we start out with Open Mike Eagle and his album Dark Comedy. Its rating is 3.57. At 4, there's Madlib with the instrumentals for Pinata at 3.75, and at number 3, there's Death Grips, The Powers That Be, Disc 1, 3.61. At 2, Run the Jewels, RTJ2, 3.76, and at number 1, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, the best duo in rap right now with Pinata, average rating of 3.88. 2014's combined average rating is 3.71. In 2015, number 5, we have Lil Ugly Mane, Third Side of Tape, 3.76. Number 4 is Travis Scott's iconic Rodeo, 3.70. At number 3 is Earl Sweatshirt's Dark, I Don't Go Outside project at 3.66. 2 is Death Grips, The Powers That Be, Disc 2, 3.83. And at number 1, no surprise here, Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly, 4.18. 2015's average score is 3.83. In 2016, number 5 is Kendrick Lamar Untitled Unmastered with a score of 3.61. Next up is number 4, Kanye's The Life of Pablo, 3.48. 3 is Death Grips Bottomless Pit, 3.73. At number 2, we have the return of A Tribe Called Quest, We Got It From Here, rating of 3.92. And at number 1, one of the craziest hip-hop albums I've ever heard, Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition, average score of 4.03. 2016's average score is 3.75. In 2017, number 5 is Big Crit, Forever Is a Mighty Long Time, 3.77. Number 4 is Our Beloved Brockhampton with Saturation 3, average rating of 3.76. Number 3 is one of the highest ratings in the previous video, Kendrick Lamar Damn, 3.54. At number 2, fittingly, Brockhampton Saturation 2, score of 3.74. And at number 1, one of the biggest omissions of the previous video, Tyler the Creator, Flower Boy, 3.87. 2017's average score is 3.74. In 2018, number 5 is More Death Grips, Year of the Snitch, 3.61. Number 4, Denzel Curry with The Incredible Taboo, 3.73. At 3, Earl Sweatshirt, Some Rap Songs, 3.72. At number 2, Pusha T's magnum opus Daytona, 3.72. And at number 1, the experimental rock-rap hybrid of Kids See Ghost, 3.73. 2018's average score is 3.70. And finally, we arrive at 2019, starting off with Injury Reserve self-titled album at a score of 3.58. Next at 4, Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel, Hiding Places, 3.63. At number 3, we have the critical darling Little Sims, Gray Area at 3.72. At number 2, there's Tyler the Creator with his masterpiece Igor at 3.75. And at number 1, we've got the duo of Freddie Gibbs and Madlib yet again, Bandana, 3.97. 2019's average score is 3.73. So in the end, this is what the data tells us if we're looking for the best year for rap in the 2010s. 2013, 3.52, 2011, 3.69. 2010 score is 3.70. 2018, 3.70, 2014, 3.71, and 2019, 3.73. 2017, 3.74, 2016, 3.75, 2015 score is 3.83, 2012, 3.84. Sound off in the comments for what year you think was the best for hip-hop in the 2010s, what albums should have been on the list, what albums made the list that you would have thrown out, and let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That stuff is easy and it does help the channel. You can follow me on social media at RenshawHS. You can buy my merch, support my Patreon, and thank you again. I'll see you soon.